Hollywood. We're back with another one. Who are we talking about today? We're talking about the Bucks and the Celtics, and we're talking about the Suns and the Warriors on the West. First things first, we're gonna hide into the East because that's who was first. So it was like the game started off pretty slow. It was 0-10, Bucks trailing, and they just could not get the lead the entire game. I don't know what it was. I thought it was going to be like a neck and neck type of game, but it was almost starting to be a blowout, y'all. Giannis, I don't know what was up with him and the head coach, but it was like they was getting into it. He took him out of the game because I want to say it was like a dribbling call. It was some type of call that happened, and the coach ended up taking him out, and Giannis did not want to come out the game, so he was at the table, and they was like kind of going back and forth, and yeah, it was just like they just couldn't get it together. We had Holiday playing his old team, and his dad was at the game as well. So that was good to see. But let's get into some stats on the Bucks side. We had Giannis. He had 21 points, and he had 13 rebounds. And then we had Dame with 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. They kind of played cohesive last night because you know how I always say that either one's hot, one's not, but they averaged around the same points. Giannis, he did not have a 40-point game, and I just kind of think like the energy was kind of off last night. And I'm not gonna say I don't know who was gonna win, but I didn't expect it to trail as a blowout, even though they only lost by 3. But that just shows that the Celtics wasn't playing defense. If they were able to come back, they were like trailing by 18. So it's like for them to only lose by 3 says a lot about y'all not playing defense and the Bucks like picking up on that offense. And I want to give a shout out to Brook Lopez. Last night he finished the game with 28 points and he had 7 rebounds. So that was good for him. He was the leader of the team as far as like with points. So kudos to you, Brook. And then on the Celtics side, we had Tatum with 23 points. He had 11 rebounds. And then we had Brown. I don't know what was a Brown. He was over there dunking, doing windmills. He was like feeling himself last night. And he ended up finishing with 26 points. And he had 8 assists. So he was like assisting it to Porzingis. And I may be saying his name wrong. Porzingis, y'all know me. But he was like really feeling himself last night. And I enjoyed seeing that for him because, you know, he's quiet. But he was showing out last night. I'm like, okay, Jalen, I see you. And then last but not least, we had Porzingis. I believe that's how y'all say his last name. He finished the game with 21 points. He had 6 rebounds, and Boston took it last night. Like I said, I thought it was going to really be like a back and forth type of game, but that was not. Like, they were like down by 20 points, and I'm like, dang, like, I wasn't expecting that. Like, from the Bucks, you know, y'all are defending champs, and you got Holiday playing his old team, and it just was not giving. And the Celtics, of course, they won. So now we're going to switch it over to the West, and we're going to talk about the Suns, and we're going to talk about the Warriors. So, of course, the Suns won last night, but we're going to talk about Chris Paul getting ejected out of the game. Do y'all think that was fair? Because I feel like it wasn't. I was like, okay, yeah, he got the tech, and he was mad about, he felt like it was a bad call. Okay, boom, I get that. But as far as like him getting ejected out of the game, Chris Paul getting ejected, like, I don't feel like that was fair. And I just kind of feel like the NBA is just too soft now. Like, it wasn't that deep for him to get ejected. You know, yes, he was arguing with the refs because he was trying to make his point clear, and they just was not having that. So he ended up getting kicked out in the first half, and he only finished with 6 points and 6 assists. And I feel like this was going to be a good game before he got kicked out because he already had 5 assists in the first quarter. So I'm like, okay, he's going to be cooking, you know, with the assists. And he just didn't get to, you know, it just didn't happen because he got ejected. And then we had a quiet Curry last night. He finished with 16 points and he had 6 assists last night. So guess who was the leader of their team, who I always talk about, I feel like was going downhill? Klay Thompson. He ended up finishing the game with 23 points. So I was like, okay, we had a quiet Curry, but we had Klay, you know, cooking up some stuff. So kudos to him. Maybe he's getting his mojo back. I don't know, but hopefully he is. Because y'all know, like I said, he's just like, since the injuries and all that stuff, it's kind of just been like, pew. So maybe the game last night was pretty good for him. But even with them, they was like trailing. I want to say they had a deficit, 23 points, but that just shows you that the Suns was not playing defense because they only lost by 8. They end up coming back and losing by 8. So it's like, I need the Suns to play defense so the starters, you know what I'm saying, don't have to come back in at the end of the game to try to keep the game alive. Not a good look for them. So it's like, yeah, y'all up by 10, yeah, y'all up by 15, but at the end of the day, y'all have to keep this lead. So, you know, the starters, they can rest, and then everything comes out looking great, looking good. So on the Suns side, y'all already know I'm about to talk about Durant. 32 points, 8 rebounds. And I want to say that was like, this is his 12th game with 25 or more points. So I told y'all he's been putting up big stats since the season started, and he was carrying the team by himself. But now, you know, he has the help of D-Book. He finished the game with 25 points, 10 assists, and he had 8 rebounds. So double-double, they won, and just a good night. It was a great game. Like I said, at first it was kind of back and forth, but then it just like the lead just started just trailing, like 23 points, 18 points, and then it got cut down. But y'all, that's all I have today. It's Thanksgiving, so I hope everybody is spending time with their families and having a great Thanksgiving. I'm about to spend time with my family, and it's a special Thanksgiving for me because it's my daughter's birthday today. So that's all I have. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, turn on your notification bell so you can be alerted when I post. I'm TB. Peace out. Bye. Have a blessed day.